man.
So now it's just who you become that person. That is the life you live. It's not you chasing the life you want to live. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All right. What about for me?
I don't really think I pulled out any.
Damn, I chill too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think self-care.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Let's go. Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Protect.
Yo, peace.
Protect your energy. How you been? How you doing? How was your day?
Day was good. I mean, day was cool. I got some stuff done, so that was good. Worked earlier, just kicked it.
How was first day of the challenge completed?
It was good. I did
good?
it. Yeah, I did it. Got it done.
It was quick, easy.
Quick, easy. Biggest thing is like night routine. I don't need to do that in the bed. Like I need to sit up. Cause I can easily like have some gratitude.
Not make it to them 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Wake up like, ooh, I missed that.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah.
I might need to switch.
My partner
too.
was looking at me like, you was asleep. Nah, I was.
Yeah, definitely.
I had to wake up.
Definitely need to switch those. I think gratitude is definitely gonna be last for me, just for that reason.
Yeah.
Gratitude, whatever. Not even the reflection part, because I like to type the reflection part down. So I like to start with the reflection. Then I'll think about, all right, what's the first two things I need to do tomorrow? Or not the first two, but what's my two tasks that I'm prioritized? Then just end the night with gratitude, because just like you said, once I start thinking about that gratitude, I'm going to be out like a light. like a light. But I thought it was good, too. When you wake up in the morning, I know what those two tasks are and what intentional movement or exercise I want to do the next day, and I just got to plan it. It forces me to pick a time when you're gonna handle these two things. Then, and what gets me a little anxious sometimes still, and I have to get it out of my mind, so it's out of my mind. I don't have to complete the task. That's why they're called tasks. It's not something that you have to finish.
Yeah.
It's just something you have to work on for the set amount of time that you said you was gonna work on it. That is what a check looks like. A check is not.
Okay.
I have to finish this thing that I said I was gonna do.
Little tidbit.
You just have to work on it.
Just
for the time that you said you was gonna work on it.
Motion.
That's it. And if you miss the time window, that's not a fail either. Just working on it that day is
a win.
It's a win.
A win is a win.
A win is a win is a win.
All right, welcome back to the Zen Trap. I'm one of your two hosts, Yogi LG.
Zen P, we got a great episode for you today. We got a ZTP, a Zen Trap Perspective. Hey man, happy Black History Month.
Hey, come on now.
Shout out to the Aggies. February 1st.
Just passed for sure.
I just wanted to get all of that out there too. The mission at the Zen Trap podcast is to inspire and empower listeners to continuously seek internal peace to maximize their personal potential.
Come on now.
Yogi LG, why don't you tell them what video we're reviewing today?
All right, so our video review today is, the title is The Missing Ingredient to Self-Care, because we know the monthly topic is self-care.
Self-care.
Self-care. All right, this is by Portia Jackson Preston.
That's a beautiful name.
Ain't it? It's black, too. It's black.
Perfect for the month.
Real black.
We looked over videos to do this month. I saw that one. That's why I didn't send it to you. I saw that same one, too, and I watched it. And after the two I sent you, I was like, yeah, we doing that one.
Yeah.
A white person and another?
Yeah.
No.
I found a sister talking about self-care. So shout out to Portia. TED Talk.
All right, so tell
Crenshaw.
me, give me a little overview. What's the video about? Overview.
All right, so the video is just about basically it's about kind of how she got to her self-care journey and how she started to define self-care for herself and what that looks like, and then how she sees self-care in the future. Is kind of what I took from the video. What about you? I agree wholeheartedly. The only thing I would add is from the title of the video, she also wraps it up with saying what that missing ingredient is that she feels is missing out of self-care, which I think the video is not long. It's 10 minutes? 11 minutes maybe? Something
11. Like so it's really probably 10 with introduction and the ending and stuff. Quick watch and no words wasted. Very quick watch, very useful. But like I said, she wraps it up with what that missing ingredient is. I'm saving that because that's what my favorite. Well, that's just kind of the synopsis of the video to me. Is at the end, the story part just helps build it up.
I get it.
Favorite bar, favorite section, favorite thing from the video, I guess, is what
right,
it's
so
almost going to get at. Because, again, the video is not long.
It's not long, so you don't got a whole lot of bars. I like the way she defines self-care, which is self-care is anything that can help me manage my stress and promote my well-being. So that's the bar. And honestly, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Like, I wanted to, like, manage my stress level, keep me at homeostasis. I want to be even. Like, I want to feel at peace. And then I want to, like, promote my well-being. I want to feel like I want to be a better human in a lot of different ways, spiritually, emotionally, all that, for sure. So, what about you? Favorite bar, favorite section, something that stood out?
My favorite bar, and I guess just to make sure it makes sense in my favorite bar, the missing I'm gonna go ahead and the missing ingredient is that it's levels to self-care. We read Nedra Tawwab's book,
Come on,
Set
Tawwab.
Boundaries, Find Peace, which talks about
so good
boundaries, the whole book. Self-care is boundaries. Boundaries is self-care.
Come on now.
So this quick TED Talk even broke that down. And when she says what's the missing ingredient, in my head, to summarize it, it's boundaries. But not just boundaries. When you think of self-care and boundaries, you don't think of it as having levels. And that's what I felt like the whole video was trying to get across to you, that the missing ingredient is that we look at self-care as just something you do for yourself. And we're not thinking of how we can include others and what are the different levels of self-care and how you can make a whole action plan out of it.
It's good.
So, did you jot down the levels? Because I thought,
I got
okay,
the
why don't you go through the levels then, and then I'll say what my favorite bar is from the professional level.
All right, cool. So, the levels he's kind of referring to is talking about there's an individual level, an interpersonal level, a community level, an organizational level, and a policy level.
So my favorite bar isn't from the organizational level, but in the video, she goes through and says her self-care
plan or recommendation.
Plan or actions. Her self-care, let's call them self-care actions that she does across these different levels. And they weren't named those titles exactly, but she'll have things she does for her relationship, things she does for her spiritual self-care. Her organizational or professional self-care is my favorite bar, which is, I may even be still in this one, pursuing work that is invigorating for me. I define invigorating. Invigorating means to bring energy to you. It gives you energy. So professional self-care is pursuing work that is invigorating for me, establishing boundaries around that work, and creating mechanisms of support from peers and mentors. That is crazy.
And I think I gave you the wrong list, but...
Did you?
Yeah, because honestly, I think that's when she's kind of defining her areas of self-care.
No, you did. You gave me the right list. I was talking about those areas of self-care. You gave me the different levels that it should be: individual, interpersonal, community, organizational, policy. But she wrapped it up saying like those are the levels of like support where it should come from. Yeah,
absolutely. So I thought that was really good. And honestly, I'm gonna jump to this. Something that I thought my loved ones and people I care about can really like benefit from this video is like understanding that self-care is a multi-level approach. It is not just something you can like kind of will on yourself. Like you start with that individual level, but that interpersonal level is developing people around you and friends around you that support you and hold space for you. That's part of your self-care. Then you start going to this community level. So your community needs to build around self-care. Gyms need to be available. Grocery stores. If you living in a food desert, like all this is a multi-level approach, and she goes up to organization, even to policy when we start talking about systemic racism. So it got deep for a second. I was like, for this to be a quick little video, when she started diving into how self-care is not just what you do on that individual level. Like that's where you start. Yeah, eat right, develop a diet, work out, do things that are going to make you a better human being and care and like add to that care, but you can't all do it alone. So I think that was a big part for me.
And we'll probably have a topic about friends maybe one month, but what you said about starting interpersonally and then trying to build that community and relationships and stuff like that, building relationships as a part of that self-care, like you said, we're made to connect and for community.
Yeah, absolutely.
It takes you being authentic and vulnerable to find people who you can be authentic and vulnerable with. If you aren't giving yourself or pieces of yourself to people for them to say whether they can rock with you or not, you're not never really going to find nobody that you really going to like or feel comfortable around. Right. Because if you're not showing your real self, you're going to get tired eventually. Either you're going to get tired or you're going to wake up one day and wonder, how did I get these friends? Or
I don't even know. I don't even like these people.
I don't even like these people. And you're going to put it all on them thinking, oh my God, they so fake. Are you asking them questions when y'all meet up? Again, that's a different topic, different day. We're going to stay on self-care. We're going to stay on self-care for now. What's something? That's something you would share with your loved ones?
Yeah. What about you? Would you,
she talked about how she felt it was necessary for her to share her story so that she wouldn't feel alone, to make that community and stuff. So I would share with my loved ones coming from the country and places where I'm from, super Black History Month and stuff, being okay with sharing your story so that it can help others learn from it. And not saying everyone has to do that per se, but in our community, sometimes we have ancestors and our older community that does not feel comfortable sharing their story, rightly so, because of some things that they went through in generational trauma, and you can give whatever excuse you want.
Yeah.
However, holding on to those stories makes you not, it just makes that history not share with people that it could have helped. Yeah. And I just think that that's something that could really be self-care. Even sharing your story sometimes can get it off of you too. It helps.
Honestly, when you think about it, if experience is the greatest teacher, someone sharing their experience can teach you so much. So generational health-wise, right? Like women don't talk about the things that they go through. Our mothers and grandmothers had miscarriages in the bathrooms and never said words. Like, they're going through these things and other women aren't learning from their mistakes because they're not sharing.
Being strong.
Yeah.
Men not going to the doctor and stuff, and then you die of something and you don't know that it's getting passed down, or you having mental illness, schizophrenia, bipolar, and things like that, and you didn't get it checked out, or you did get it checked out and you just didn't tell nobody. Mm-hmm. Now when your son or daughter is exhibiting those traits, you don't know where it came, you acting like you don't know where it came from, or you wait until they 30 and be like, oh yeah, I had a little something.
I've been fighting for my life.
You could have told me.
I've been fighting for my life.
That's why I felt like that? So sharing your story sometimes, and I know that takes a level of vulnerability. Absolutely. Everybody can't do it, but try push yourself sometimes to, if you can. And sharing your story don't mean you have to do what we doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Share your story with your love, with the people you love.
With the people you love.
Or somebody you think it can help.
Exactly. You could be in a random place and see somebody. Trust me, like, the universe is so powerful. It's going to prick you. When it's time to share, like, you'll feel like, dang, I need to tell them this story. Like, I need to share this. They going through that. Like, sometimes that'll just hit you in the face. Lean into that stuff. That's real.
You get that feeling. Lean into it sometimes.
Lean into it. All right, so what about you? Did you find something that I could benefit from? Like, something I can learn from, I could grow from in this video, I guess?
Yeah, I think we both can grow from this. I don't have a self-care action plan. I know stuff that I like to do for self-care, but I definitely don't have an action plan. Yeah. And I definitely don't have it across those different levels and areas. Mm-hmm. That goes all around. So for you, like you said, I think you might have even, I don't know if you told me this in private or if you said it on a video. I think you said it last time. You may have an issue. Why you like to recommend self-care for people is because you feel like you may have an issue sometimes. You would want somebody to tell you when, hey, Lindsay, you're doing too much. You need to relax. Mm-hmm. You need to recharge your cup. Having a self-care action plan would help you, hopefully, not get to those points where someone has to tell you that. Like, oh, no, you should have this. Built in. You got it built in where you know, all right, this is my time when I do it so that I'm not seeing the gaslight and putting gas in the car. I will say this. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Please do.
Watching the video when she was rattling off like, hey, this is what I do for my physical self-care, my mental, my psychological, my relational, all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I think those are all goals that we all set. Ideally, that's the person we want to be. Mm-hmm. I think what comes into play is when, like, putting those things into practice and, like, living life at the same time, that falls by the wayside. Like, yes, I want to... from a relational standpoint, I want to spend quality time with the people that matter to me, enjoying things that I do. Yeah, of course, that's the goal. How do I do it? So I would say, like, she kind of gave us this is kind of a plan you should have, but I think we all ideally have that.
But do we write it down? Do we look at it?
No.
Do we?
You're right. That's
so
true.
This is the stuff she's trying to focus at, because from the life coach training that I've received, when she talks about at the end of the video, if I had to ask one thing, it would be that you start now. Do it now, act today. Yeah. That is a life coach 101. If you can do anything towards it now, do it today. Start today. Just like we talked about with our challenge, start today. Yeah. So making that, like we both just said, or I just said, I think you have an idea of what your self-care stuff is. And yeah, life can get in the way and stuff, but if it's just sitting at the back of your head, it's not written down anywhere, it's not listed up anywhere, it's not on your mirrors, when are you going to remember to do it? You're going to wait until somebody tell you again, or you burnt out. So the point of it is to put it to the forefront and get it almost into a habit, so that you're just now doing it subconsciously. Like, oh no, this is the time when I go take my walks. I'll put it like this: almost other people should almost know your self-care routines better than you. Like, oh, this is just what Lindsay does at this time. Yeah. Like Lindsay's off taking a walk around the pond right now, or Lindsay
she got to get her time in.
So now it's just who you become, that person. That is the life you live. It's not you chasing the life you want to live. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All right, what about for me?
I don't really think I pulled out anything.
Damn, I chill too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think self-care, you recognize very much so. I
got a good segue point then.
Go ahead.
So I've seen a lot of podcasts and videos like David Goggins style. And y'all don't know who David Goggins is. He's the black man that be running and just, he embraces change, embraces challenges, 100-miler, marathoner, runs for...
Get up in the middle of the night, just start running for no reason. His wife...
Stay hard, all of that. Still want to read his book. Love his mentality, but also at the same time, his mentality would probably conflict with some of the stuff that's talking about self-care. So it's him and some other people that are in that same type of mentality. I've seen someone of that type of mentality. I think it was a dude named Alex that does whatever. It doesn't matter, I guess, quote the person. Mm-hmm. But they were having conversations saying how men these days doing self-care and stuff, if they're still in this competitive mindset that if I'm going against someone who has these like little self-care routines and stuff, I'm going to kill them, because I'm not, while you taking a break, I'm out here running, motherfucker. Stay hard. Like, I'm doing stuff. And then I'm trained now, so that when I get to that uncomfortable point, I know I still got more or this. So how do you feel about that? Because if I could break it down into basketball terms, I could argue self-care is what has LeBron James still playing at a high level in this age. Him going with the times and making sure that he is upgrading his self-care as the time is going, and keeping his routine, like staying with his routine. And people like maybe the Kobe's and the Michael Jordans, who, not saying they didn't do self-care, but keep going and pushing to your limits and stuff like that, you may end up falling off a little bit sooner than you could have. This is all not backed with any kind of stats or anything to prove this. This is all hypothetical.
Yeah, all assumptions.
And I feel like if you have a choice, which one would you choose? So that's kind of what I was asking you.
That's a good question.
Do you feel like it's a right and a wrong answer to this, or is it just simply a choice? Like, break that down, and I want you to end it with which one would you choose?
Okay, bet.
Cool. Does all that make sense? That was a long way to explain it. All right, cool.
Absolutely think like having the mindset of I'm going to just work hard and grind and push and train, whatever that your word is, that's a choice. Versus saying like, I want to give myself balance and I want to pour into myself in multi-levels to the where like, hey, I'm not going to go hard all the time. It's important that I get rest, or it's important that I get social interaction, or I have a relationship. Like, it's a choice. It's no right or wrong way.
All right, cool. We established they both are choices.
Okay.
No right or wrong way.
And I understand them completely.
Got it.
Me personally, I'm a balanced person. I'm a LeBron James.
You a LeBron James all day.
But I think there are certain areas of your life that you do put that dog on. And I think LeBron does that very well. When he gets on the court, he can be a dog. Like I can grind. Like I can hyper focus on something for a limited time, but I won't let it consume me.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of mean, right?
Okay.
And so I think the stay hard kind of shit is like, this shit consumes me. And that's the Kobe mentality. I'm eating this shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, it's all I eat, sleep, and drink. Versus, all right, I'm going to spend 2 hours, and I'm going to go as hard as fuck as I can. Like, I'm going to push for 2 hours, but this ain't my life.
Right.
Shit don't consume me. So that's how I feel about it. I would be down.
I probably agree. I think that's how I live my life. It's more so seasons for me. I don't want to call it balance because everything's not equally balanced. I forgot the word. I forgot the word they said.
Whatever your balance is. Like,
somebody had a different word for it. I know somebody made a quote for it, and I think it was maybe harmony or something. I don't remember the quote, but it was pretty much not using the word balance anymore, but just making sure that you're giving things the right attention when it needs it and before it becomes an issue.
Maybe even like leveling.
It's leveling. I forget the word, but if I ever figure out the word, I'll let y'all know. That is how I definitely want to live my life. Like, I want to have seasons of focus on different things, but I want to make sure that stuff isn't going lower than I want to. Like, I want to be really intentional with the things that I do. So I'm intentional with my self-care clearly right now, as people can clearly notice. But when I get that dog in me and I get my head down and I just start working. Nah, I like to be hyper focused as well. All
right, you got any like last words, wrap ups?
Yeah. I could do a Zen Thought with Zen P.
All right, cool.
All right, Zen Thought with Zen P. Give you 2-for-1 special again.
Uh-oh.
Zen Thought with Zen P. If the answer is so high, no one can reach it, what purpose does it serve?
The answer is so high.
If I have some wisdom for you, but you can't get to it, what purpose did it serve? If I'm a quarterback and I got to pass to throw to you and I'm bulleting that thing,
but
you can't catch it. What purpose am I serving?
Dang, that's so hard.
If I got knowledge and things for you, but I can't get it to the people, what purpose is it serving?
Dang, yeah, you right.
I don't know, just something to think about when you're trying to relate things. Your brain is made to protect you.
Okay.
I'm going to leave y'all with this one because this is one we could talk about. This can be the center of awareness, of anxiety.
I know where you're going with that one.
Tell me, please.
No, go ahead.
I want you to. What do you think I mean when I say your brain is made to protect you?
Your brain will try to fight against you doing things that are challenging.
Your brain is going to support whatever you believe.
Yep. Easy.
That will answer a lot of the questions you have in your life. Whatever.
That's deep.
So that's why you really need to focus on what beliefs and values and morals and principles that you set. That's where you start, because once you truly believe that, everything else you see in the world and in your life, your brain is going to try and support that. When somebody's talking to you, you're going to do your best to try and balance it out and be unbiased and objective. But your brain is going to be like, let's say, going to work out. I don't like working out. All right. That alarm clock going off. You know you about to go work out.
Ooh,
let's stay in the bed.
Ooh, we don't like this.
Where's the shoes at? Let's distraction.
Or even something as physical as like, I can't lift 25 pounds. No, that's going to be too heavy. I can't do it.
I don't like going to work.
I hate this job.
Whole way to work. All I see is stuff trying to convince me not to do the work.
That's true.
I don't like washing dishes. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm scared of, it's going to start throwing the things out there. That's what's going to make you anxious or excited.
For sure.
Your brain is powerful. Once you recognize that, you'll focus on the beliefs and you'll focus on picking those beliefs so that you're now starting to think, what do I need to believe to support the things I desire in life? So that my brain can get in line with it. My brain is the tool. I'm the driver. Master my fate, captain my soul, all that stuff. Let's move on.
All right, cool.
All right. You got anything?
I got a kick of the week.
Do it.
Bust it out.
Right.
Another Soleil. Bunbury. Shout out to my guy. This is the olive green. Love these. One of the first ones that dropped. Love these.
And what y'all can't see is that it coordinates. It matches the pants. You can't really see that good. That it's coordinating.
Yeah, a little coordination.
Got a little gift from you.
Okay.
Not from you. Got a little gift for you.
For me?
For you.
Okay. Whoa. Wasn't expecting a gift.
I like it.
Excited?
It's something we talked about. I'm sure you could guess what it is.
No, I can't.
It's something I said that we need to have on the podcast to use. But I got one specifically for you so you can do what you please with it.
Oh, I did. You did. That's good.
What is it?
It's an emotional wheel. That's so good. I'm so excited. Is it a magnet?
You too good at that. You too good at being fake, yo. don't give a fuck. You too good at that.
Come on, man.
You too good at that, man. No, you too good at that. Cause you be doing it with kids and people too. Oh my God! Hey, hey, bud. Hey, bud. You too good at that. All right, yes. It's an emotional wheel just for you. Just for you. Just for you.
Yeah, start this shit up.
No, you don't. Pick what you want. All right.
It's
It's an emotional wheel. It's an emotional wheel. I told you I was gonna get you one.
You did.
I said I was gonna get one for the set. We can't really. We can just have it sitting there. So if we need to, but
We need a-
if you. Oh yeah. Put that back. Ain't nothing happen.
Yeah, but if you need the emotion, check
What
out the
What is an emotional
wheel.
wheel and what does it do for you,
All right, so it basically,
Lindsay? How you feeling?
yeah, I feel, I can pick emotion on here. I feel I'm in the happy category.
Boom.
And I feel like it is more optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, yeah, optimistic. I would say I feel inspired.
Ooh.
I feel inspired. Helps you find your feelings. So I went to happy, and then that expanded out. And I would say from happy, I went to optimistic. Optimistic had two that were inspired and open.
What's those core emotions say? Just run through
Happy,
those cores and we'll be
sad,
done with that.
surprise, fear, and anger.
So you can find an emotion that you're close to and you'll find words around it. And once you define those words, you can be like, well, it wasn't a feeling really like that. This is the actual word. Because me and you talked about being modest and meek and those different terms and things like
humble
that.
and-
So we'll come back to emotional wheels, but now we have one. I'm definitely going to probably,
so
just a
excited.
nerd in me, I'm define every one of those words, have them in my phone ready to go so that I can, if any of those words come up,
I know
I
exactly.
know them or
yeah,
I can find it.
exactly.
You got any last words?
No, man, I think self-care is super important. I know we kind of got off that, but spend time finding what your self-care plan is and get into it. Do it today.
Do it today. Do
Amen.
your self-care action plan today. Make sure you're doing the challenge for this month.
Yep.
It's Black History Month.
Come on now.
Go to zentrappers.com. Get you some
merch.
merch.
Come on now. Hey,
What's the other thing you're supposed to do?
I'm one of your two hosts, Yogi LG.
Zen P.
Can't do nothing else. Protect your peace.
And protect your energy. It's the Zen Trap.
We out.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome. What is it?
This
What
is
is
the emotional wheel.
This a real ass set. Give a fuck about a nigga. But that editing gonna be your hoe. This was in your hands.
Protect your energy. Take the time.
It's an emotional wheel. That's so good. I'm so excited. Is it a magnet?
Yo, man. It's the vibe.
You too good at that.
The negative thought slayers, the Zen Trap creators, the manifesting duo. Where the fuck else would you go?